Hello everybody, Kite562 here with another audio review for y'all, and it's Moby Dick by Herman Melville. So be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content on this channel. So let's get on with my review of Moby Dick by Herman Melville. So I finally finished Moby Dick, as I stated before, and I've got to say, this wasn't just a book, it was a full-on journey, one that tested my patience, pulled me at my thoughts, and really sat with me long after I turned the last page. This isn't your typical sea adventure. Sure, it's got its whaling storms and high-stakes action, but underneath all that, it's deeply philosophical. It asks big questions about obsession, purpose, death, trust, and revenge, and what it even means to be human when the world around you won't stop changing. Early on, this book greatly eases you into ship life. You meet Ishmael, a thoughtful and often poetic narrator. You meet Queequeg, a character who, for me, brought so much depth, warmth, and complexity to the story. Their friendship is one of the strongest threads in the early chapters. The way they learn from one another without judgment is still one of my favorite parts of the book, and from what I can remember, Ishmael was a really molded Presbyterian Christian, and then while Queequeg was this like New Zealand tribesman. I don't know if he was from like South Africa or details from that, but their interactions were just really wonderful throughout the book. So continuing on, as the Pequod sets out, the cast expands even further. You get Stubbs, the laid-back wit, with his laid-back wit, Flask, his hard-nosed attitude, Starbuck's calm reason, and of course Ahab. And let me tell you, Captain Ahab is a whole character study. At first, he's this mysterious figure looming over the crew's imagination, but the deeper you get into the book, the more you see just how much his obsession with the one whale, Moby Dick, has stripped away everything else: reason, empathy, and even self-preservation. There were moments where I just wanted to reach into the page and shake some sense into him, but I also couldn't look away, almost with the first time I read The Shining by Stephen King. So as I got further in, the chapters got shorter, but they hit harder. Since Melville himself was an avid fan of Shakespeare, some of the chapters really had that quick vibe, and some of the crazier, shorter chapters felt like open-ended Lovecraft stories, so it's up to your interpretation on how to approach them. So again, as I got further, the chapters got shorter, but they hit harder. Ahab starts to unravel, and the crew starts to really feel it. The storm scenes, the quiet reflections, the strange moments of calm before everything breaks loose. Melville really knew how to slow you down just before everything spiraled, and by the time the Pequod finally comes to face with Moby Dick, there's no turning back. I don't want to spoil what happens in those final chapters, but because if you haven't read it yet, they deserve to hit you fresh. But I will say this, they're haunting, thrilling, and tragic all at once. Some chapters made me pause just to let the weight of a moment settle. Some had me questioning what was real and what was imagined or made up, and one or two straight up broke my heart here. So by the end, it wasn't even about the whale anymore. It was about what the whale represents: grief, obsession, fate, even ego here. Ahab's pursuit is less a chase and more of a slow motion collapse. I mean, he gaslighted, manipulated his own crew members, even children aboard the Pequod, and it was just absolutely sickening to me. So again, Ahab's pursuit is less a chase and more of a slow motion collapse. It's the kind of story that leaves you thinking long after you close the book, almost with my first time of reading Junji Ito's adaptation of No Longer Human here. So if I had to sum it all up, Moby Dick is a philosophical treat for the heart and mind. It's packed with rich marine detail, a wonderful and strange cast of characters, and lessons that hit hard, especially when it comes to the cost of revenge and what it means to truly let go. This book isn't for rushing. It's something you read from beginning to end before you die, and when you do, it stays with you. Like with Bram Stoker's Dracula, I give Moby Dick by Herman Melville a 10 out of 10, but if you yourself are intimidated by this book, take it 2 chapters at a time a day. So that's what I did with this story, just 2 chapters at a time, day by day, and just rest easy, take your time with your notes. And again, I give Moby Dick by Herman Melville a 10 out of 10. This is Kite562 signing out, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.